Hey Joel, so
Hi,
first
George.
of all, congratulations on being the
Thank
top
you.
winner for Epoch 6. And so we've been talking with you for the past few epochs because you've finished among the top contestants in multiple contests. So we just wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit and see,
Yeah.
what are some of the strategies you've been using to consistently place at the top and being the number one contestant for Epoch 6.
Yep. So for initially I bought the $50 bundle, which consists of four four C seats and two B seats, which was the most worth it. It- And then I depended on the market conditions. I saw that it wasn't worth it to really plant the seeds, so I decided to
这交易是这个样子的。
loan it and burn it in the end because there's a 2 days limit to pay the loans, but I didn't pay it and uh, let the system uh, confiscate it in return for for 3,000 each for the B seats and 1,500 T for the
Oh,
seats. Yep.
so you took out Genesis loans and you didn't bother to pay him back. You just said you thought the T was more valuable. Or,
Yeah. I decided to invest it in the T apps instead.
I see.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's for the first week, and then the second week I saw opportunity to get in the game of planting the seeds. So I decided to get two sets of the $50 bundle and decided to plant all the 12 B and C seeds. And
Wow. So you bought quite a few seeds
right,
then. Yeah. Okay.
and invested in all the valuable T apps. I host, but the B seeds hosted on the all the video ads because I saw there was a lack of chat in for the Tea Party apps, which allows people to chat with one another. When you don't chat in the app, there's no revenue being generated. Yeah, so I hosted all the video T apps, and only one Tea Party app which was more active at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, you
And
didn't want to host the Tea Party apps because there wasn't enough chatting, so there was no tips.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, I see.
Yep. And so yeah, so it was very good revenue at that time. And then that
Excellent.
was why I got the first.
And you mentioned that you use the Genesis loans to invest in TAP. Did you invest in the TAP tokens?
Yeah, definitely. I invested in the TF tokens for with all of the loans. With all the loans.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you bought some seeds the second week. Did you buy some more seeds during the second week because the seeds in the first week were dying?
Yeah, and also the TFs that I I've hosted. I've created the TFs because there was a couple of TFs that video TFs that nobody wanted to host at the beginning, but I hosted it in the end. I managed to got host create the TFs, not the host. At the beginning, it was a two out of three video. Then yeah, two out of 3 videos I created it, and you had to have at a minimum of three B seeds hosting, 3 miners that is hosting. But after the first week, all the miners will have died already because they have a lifetime. And so I had to plant my B seeds in order to host it, to keep it alive and keep generating revenue.
Right, right. That makes sense. Okay, excellent. We did have some discussion. Some people thought, well, it's you make more money investing in TApps, and other people think, well, you make more money hosting. What's your opinion on that?
I think it's a combination of both. It has
Okay.
to be a combination of both. Yeah, if you do it, investing, yeah, you can have a head start. Of course, you have a head start because you are the first person who invested in the tokens, just like any stocks that you buy. Yeah, and then when the price grow, then you profit as well. But if the price drops, you lose the money. Yeah, so you have to keep have a combination of both investing and also hosting.
Okay. Do you think when the TApp tokens, do you think it's important to, at the start, to be one of the first people to invest in the TApp token?
Yes, and also you have to look at the TApps as well, see whether it is worth it to invest. Yeah, because sometimes you may also encounter very bad apps that do something like a rug pull. Yeah, people have created the TApps in order to cheat, scam people out of their money, because when the TApp reaches a high price, the initial tokens will be sold. Yeah, and then the price will crash.
Yeah, that's right. The bonding curve, if someone owns a lot of the token and they sell them all, then the price goes down quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's almost like a rug pull, like you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah. So in the certain, like you said, certain Tea Party apps, they weren't generating any tip revenue. So they're not really worth investing in. So yeah, interesting. Okay, great. Let's see. Who else is in? Mao is here. I don't know if Mao, if you had any questions, or Kevin, if any of you had more questions for Joel. Hi, Kevin.
I'm here. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm here. Yeah. I have a general question for Joe. Since you play several times already, and congratulations first, you're a winner right now. So in general, do you have any like expectation on what feature you think is the most wanted feature as a contestant, and which feature you think probably is not so practical, or we probably need to remove any feature from the existing the product from the contestant point of view?
I think two things that are most important to me. One is the performance of the app as a whole. So whenever I do something, I expect it to be immediately executed. Yeah, and another thing is the reliability of it, because sometimes I mine and host the TApps. I get offline very often. yeah, and it is very tedious to always go and activate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally understand. And for the offline problem, that was it's not a new problem. We had this issue for pretty long period of time.
Right.
We noticed that since Epoch 4, I think, we actually fixed quite a few reasons for the offline problem, but still there. So we actually did a lot of improvement. We hope right now, if you join the Epoch 7 internal test, we hope the offline problem will be totally gone. But
That's
we
great.
still need some time to test. It's a very complicated reason cause of the offline. So it could be too long for me to explain why it happened. It could be too long, but probably we can talk offline on the why it happened. But
Sure.
right now, I think it's getting much better. No, even before, like last week, in the last week, the Epoch the second week, you can notice offline was like not so frequent compared with the first week. So there are a huge improvement already. Right now, I think the Epoch 7, we cannot guarantee it's 100% fixed the issue, but likely would be the chances would be very low. So sorry about that. It's just, that's a product ongoing, so there always be some problem we are facing. So
Right.
you're a software developer, you understand that, right?
Yeah.
Is there any those are problems? You just mentioned the problems, the performance and the offline problem. And regarding the performance, I think the main reason is because of blockchain. Because right now a lot of operation actually happening in layer 1. It's a RPC core. So in that case, whatever you did, you have to wait for probably 6 seconds to get it confirmed. So that is one reason why performance is kind of low. And starting now, I think we're moving a lot of new features to the layer 2, especially when new T-party will be launched probably in 2 weeks. You will notice that a lot of new transaction is handled by the layer 2. It's not handled by layer 1. There shouldn't be any delay because in our layer 2, we probably can handle like 10,000 of a transaction per second.
Cool.
So in that cases, you probably will not notice any delay like you usually can see in the blockchain. But that takes some time. We cannot guarantee it will be the first day, it will be like 10,000 per second. I cannot guarantee that. But after a few upgrades, we probably can say that it will be a huge improvement from existing blockchain infrastructure.
Great. That's great.
Okay. And besides this, do we have any other features or in the platform or the TApp so to can make all the people contestants to play to make it more playful? Is there anything you think you really want to happen?
I think something like the new feature you have implemented and announced recently, that is there's a notification so that contestants will know without entering the T app, the Tea Party apps, because it is it's also quite difficult to, because there are a lot of Tea Party apps, and if someone message you, you don't know which one, you don't know which it came from, which Tea Party app, or which person sent it to you. So having the feature, the notification feature would be good.
I need to make a small explanation here about the notification. Actually, what you will get in Epoch 7 is a notification without details. Let's say you have new messages or how many messages you have. That is something you can get from later on. But you have to click on the notification icon and go to Tea Party to actually read what is a message. So that's something we have to do. The reason, it's very easy to understand. It's because the blockchain, the cost of the blockchain, we cannot store too much information in the blockchain. It's too expensive. So what we're gonna do is we just give you the notification. You know there is a new message you haven't read, and you click and go to Tea Party to read it. So Tea Party will be part of the we call it system application that you probably will, everybody probably will need it to read what message you're gonna have. So that is for notification. Another one for notification is a upgrade notification that also happening in layer 1. So if you have a node running mining and there are newer version, you have to upgrade, you will get notification too. In that case, you click the button, you go to a instruction saying, telling you how you can upgrade it. Then you can upgrade to a newer version. If you don't do that, you ignore it. And after a couple, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, your machine will be set offline because you are using the old version, which is not secure anymore. So that is something, the two kind of notification.
I see.
Just give you some explanation.
And in order to let more people use it, I think it would be good for it to be more mobile compatible, so that having something like a mobile app store instead of the Apple or Google App Store, and giving people some ways to build apps, mobile apps along with their backend apps.
I think we can, to answer your question, we probably can separate into two parts. And the first part is the system itself, like blockchain system. For example, for the miners portal, likely the miners portal will keep in web. But the application, one example is Tea-Fluencer or Tea Party. That application they can build on mobile application. That's totally fine. But that is an application. Anybody can build it on whatever platform. You just need some kind of API to call what is the backend services. The reason why we still want the miners to use the web application is the first one is the miner is not for everyone. I don't really think anybody can be miners. They probably need more knowledge about like backend services, how they can log into the Linux shell. That is required by that is the requirement for the miners. So in that case, the miners is supposed to be more knowledgeable. It's not a regular consumer. That they probably need more like web UI to do the kind of mining administrations. But for the regular user, like I'm just using Tea Party, I use what kind of game. I don't really care. I'm not a miner. I don't really make money. I just consume money on the system. I probably okay to use the cell phone only. Yeah. And another reason besides what I said is the Polkadot actually currently they only have a tested version of the mobile signing application. One of the reason we cannot do it now is because the plugin. Right now we have a plugin, Polkadot plugin. You have to sign a transaction, click the plugin. Right now, the only way to use that is on the web as a plugin of Firefox or Chrome. They do have a mobile version of the I don't know what they call it, signing app or something. But currently we cannot use it right now. It still have a problem. But once that application is ready, we actually can do on the mobile. So you do whatever on the mobile and you click some button to go to the signing application using fingerprint or whatever to sign the transaction. That is required. Otherwise, we could not know you are the right person who can control the account. So that is, we need to waiting for the Polkadot to release that product first.
All right.
Excellent. Great. So have you I think we're starting on Epoch 7 testing now. I don't know if you signed up, Joel, for the testing.
No.
So yeah, and hopefully we'll get the notifications. The notifications are going to be a big deal for layer one, so people will know when to log in. So that'll be great for Epoch 7. Yeah. So I don't know if I think is there any last words you wanted to say, or words of wisdom or anything?
Maybe just keep trying and don't give up.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't be afraid of failure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Yeah.
You
So
initially you lose money investing, and yeah, just keep doing it. Yeah, and eventually you will earn money.
Okay.
yeah.
And
Great.
yeah, we also wish that you can get more friends to join the Epoch 7 and the future testing. Now we need more people to test our product from all other countries. I know those from Singapore, and I know a lot of people from Singapore like the crypto. So if you have any friends, just ask them to join as well. We need more
Yeah.
people to test together
Sure.
and make it the community bigger and bigger.
All right. Cool.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so
All right,
much.
sounds good.
Any question from George? I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
You don't
I'm
have
all
question?
set here. No, I'm all
Okay.
set.
Yeah. Oh yes. Thank you, Joe. And
Thank you.
You're welcome.
you are granted for a type A camellia in our mainnet. Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Congratulations, Joel. That's
Congratulations.
awesome.
And yeah,
Thank
awesome.
you.
And happy holidays.
Yeah, you too.